If we could live in this moment and just hold it.
Hey everybody, what's up and welcome back to my channel. I am the True Lady of the Throne, where God dwells within me as me, and I am here with your October 2024 general love, life, and spirituality guidance. I am so happy that you are here. Welcome to the channel. If you are new, make sure that you hit that subscribe button, drop a comment down below if you are resonating with this. I also want to say that you need to give the video time to play out, okay? This is for the month of October. I am recording this in advance. We are still in the month of September, so it may not resonate with you at this particular time, but do give the messages time, as they may resonate later with you. You can always come back and watch it. You can always save the video as well, so that you can remind yourself to come back, but also turn on those post notifications before you go so that you don't miss anything. And if you're interested in getting a personal reading with me, I welcome you in. And if you are wanting to do that, go ahead and try it out for yourself and see how this thing works by clicking that link right down below in the description box. That's where you'll find all of my services and products, so that you can see what works for you and maybe we can collaborate. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get right into your messages. I have some really exciting messages for all 12 zodiac signs. I think that October is going to be amazing. We're going into the season of fall, so I hope that you guys are ready for that beautiful apple crumb pie, pumpkin spice in the air time of the year. It's really truly an amazing time, and thank God for it. Okay, now for the sign of Virgo for October 2024. Virgo, there's a solar eclipse new moon in the sign of Libra in the beginning of October. This is around the 2nd, 3rd of the month, and this energy is all about balance and creativity, okay, as well as creative self-expression. And then around the middle of the month, around the 17th of October, comes in the supermoon in Aries. Supermoon in Aries brings in a creative vibe. It also brings in a fiery, passionate energy, as well as an energy of, the mind. So like you being in your head more, you overthinking more, that type of thing. And this is happening for all 12 zodiac signs. So it's just the general vibes to keep in mind for the month of October as you go through your month. Now, for you guys specifically, the message that I'm getting for you for the month of October is that something is like making you not try anymore. Maybe there was a situation where you were trying really, really hard in a situation, whether it's like a relationship, a work type of thing, a career thing, a family dynamic, or some other type of competitive dynamic. Whatever it was, it's like you're not trying anymore. It's like you're giving up on feeling the need to keep trying for something that's not working out for you. So you could be giving up on something, or you could be just tired of trying to make something work. It seems like a definite lost cause type of situation. It's like you're finally realizing that you have to stop investing so much time, energy, or efforts into something because the results have not been favorable for you so far, and it's still not showing to be a favorable result for you. So it's like you're just like, okay, now I get it. Now I understand that I have to humble myself and I have to mature. So you may be realizing what you've been trying to do and how it's really just turning out not to be so good for you. You could have had deaf ears. You could have had deaf ears or some type of deafness to what people were telling you or to what messages God was sending to you, what signs and synchronicity was coming up at that time, or so far up into this point, about letting something go or about stopping something, or not trying to do something. You may have ignored many signs, and so this thing is happening now where God is coming in and is about to inflict something upon you in order for you to discontinue, in order for you to stop, like trying at something. I kind of feel like you kept prying or poking the bear. It's like you just keep trying and trying and trying. And so now you get what I think you have been looking for in a situation where if you've been like ignoring certain things or honestly just a little bit hard-headed about something, you're gonna learn your lesson in the month of October about this. If you've been holding on to something a little too long, whether it's resentment in your heart, whether it's a grudge, whether it is trying to hold on to a relationship that you just really feel like you've got to let go, but you still hold on to it for some reason, or a love interest that you're so attracted to and you can't let go. It's just something that you just have to get over. And I think that like when you do make this change, people around you are going to realize it and recognize it. People around you and people who know you are going to know when you've made that change because it's going to show. If that happens, that means that something really did have an influence on you. Something did make you do the things that you did or say the things that you did say. And people are going to be able to see the shift, and it's going to be a big shift because people are going to be around you looking like, oh, well, the Virgo finally let that go. I can tell, you're looking different and, all of that. So you guys could have felt defeated in this situation, especially if this is some type of power struggle dynamic going on, or if this is someone you work with or someone that you're like competing with in any kind of way. It's like people know that the situation has caused you to overwork yourself. Like you have done so much, and it could be a little bit of, you being overzealous in a situation, but I think that you are going to be able to keep on keeping on until you realize that you're about to hit this burnout with the situation, and it's just going to be like, oh, well, I can't put any more energy or efforts into this situation. I think I really am done. So this comes with you having a changed mind. Your mind is going to totally change about something or about someone in October. It seems like you've been carrying some type of heavy burden. It seems like you've been shipwrecked, like you're just lost at sea, just feeling these emotional burdens. And if you find that you feel like this in the month of October, it's because some type of great reward is involved in this, and that could be why you've been holding on to this. And what I mean is that maybe you were dealing with a person who has a lot of money, and maybe the only reason why you stay connected to this person is because of things like their money or their access to certain things or their power or their abilities or their their position in society or their position in their job or something. Maybe you were holding on to something for something that you thought would come in by your affiliation with this person or your connection to this person's abundance, that their abundance. You probably wanted to keep the connection because of that. But there's something about, I don't know why I'm hearing that song, that this remix from Kanye West, and he said something about something he said that's nacho cheese. It's funny. He was talking about money, like saying that something, something, something that's nacho cheese. So it's like a situation where Virgo is like, some of you could have been holding on to something because of the financial benefit or the just the abundance that comes with holding on to this thing or this person. But maybe it's because in the past you felt like this person is a star and this is who you like, or this is who you want to be with, or maybe this person's in the limelight. Maybe they have a certain lifestyle that you admire or that you want in your life. Maybe this person is like the talk of the town. They're very popular. Maybe a lot of people are interested in them, that type of thing. Or maybe it could even be that you ran into a challenge when maybe you thought that you were this way. Like maybe it's like, maybe you had this feeling that you are the person who's supposed to have certain things, or you're someone who is supposed to be on like a big stage or become an actress or become, a singer or become a whatever. Like, maybe you felt like you were supposed to put yourself in a certain position. But now you're like finding that you've got to change up everything, and you're like giving up on the situation because it's like you're not really, it feels like you're not really the reward for you putting in so much of the investment to get certain things is not really because of your affiliations with a certain person, or is not going to happen because of something or someone that you're holding on to. I'm not saying that it's just not going to happen at all for some of you, but it's just like something is not happening the way you want it to. Basically, it's not going in your favor is what I'm getting here, because it's connected to somebody. It's either that, like I say, it's either a person who maybe you thought you had to connect with a certain person in order to gain some things for yourself through this connection to this person, or maybe you were like in kind of competing with someone in your workplace, or some type of competition. Maybe you wanted a position or a certain role, and maybe you felt like you were going to gain certain things if you competed with this person, or if you like took this person's position or spot or something like that. I don't know, you guys, but whatever you want is not going to happen by these means. It's not going to happen like that. So I think that you realize it, and now it's just like you've reached a dead end, because the situation only led to you becoming more humble. So by the end of October, you're going to be way more humble than you came in the game. Speaking of the game, you may have seen some pictures of a TV show called The Game on the screen, and I think that this is that time where, like, just like in the TV show, it was a TV show that everybody loved. Everybody loved that TV show. That was like amazing, but it was so heartbreaking when it ended. I don't think anybody wanted that show to go off TV. It was just this amazing show. I mean, I couldn't skip an episode. I had to watch every single episode. So when the original cast, when that show had ended, nobody wanted it to end. Nobody wanted the game to end. Nobody wanted that game to end. That TV show called The Game to end. So you're like that person that's constantly holding on to something, but everyone around you is like kind of telling you that, do you know that this is just the game? Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is just entertainment. Like, this is something that you've got to let go now, and so you've been like trying not to do that, but I think that something is telling you, unfortunately, is no control. You've got to be able to let this go, because we all had to let the game go. And so you've got to jump on the bandwagon and say, yeah, I've tried enough, and it's time for me to let that idea go. That's just not going to manifest for me. It's not going to happen. through this way, like through this connection or through this competition or through any other means that you have been however you were approaching the situation before, it's just not happening in that kind of way. It could be a situation where maybe it's like, maybe whatever you're trying to get, you're just going to have to do everything on your own, or try to like pray about this or do it a different way, but it's not going to be the way that you originally thought that it would be. Especially if it comes with going through a person, or if it involves the energy of another person to put yourself in that role, right? It's not going to happen that way. This is something where it's either you're going to be in the spotlight or you're not. And by the end of October, I think that you guys are going to realize what your actual like fate is in the situation, how this game ends. You're going to realize that in the end of October, when you finally can walk away. Thank you. God bless.